Hey guys, welcome back to Hope with Jonathan. I'm your host, Jonathan Traylor. And if you're here for a video on how to start a podcast for kidney disease for free, you've come to the right place. This is a video to talk to you guys about how to start a podcast for free. Okay. And I'm just mentioning kidney disease advocacy, but you can actually use this formula for anything really. To be honest with you, it can be for anything. I have a kidney disease dialysis transplant podcast called Hope with Jonathan, and I'm the host. And my name is Jonathan Traylor. Again, I'm the kidney transplant recipient, and this is our podcast right here, Hope with Jonathan. As you can see, hopewithjonathan.com. You can go visit there and see what we're all about, and read more about my story, read more about who I am, and my diagnosis and how I ended up acquiring kidney disease. With that being said, we'll get right back into our video of how to start a kidney disease advocacy podcast straight up for free. That's right, guys, straight up for free. No cost hidden, no hidden cost, no anything. And we're going to do this. We're going to get into this video really quickly here, and we're going to start with talking about where to host your podcast. Okay, where to host your podcast. So I actually host my podcast over here on Anchor. Okay, so if you go to anchor.com, or if you Google search Anchor, this is what's going to come up. And I'm already logged into Anchor, so you can see that's my podcast page, Hope with Jonathan Podcast. If you're not already following us, please follow us over on all your major favorite streaming platforms, such as Spotify, such as iHeart. There's just so many different ones that you can stream on. Apple Podcasting, I believe Amazon now has a platform. There's so many different platforms that you can stream on. Our number one place right now that you can find our podcast and easily follow along with what we're doing is on YouTube. And what we do is we actually take our live interviews and we turn them into audio platform podcasts. And it's real easy to do. But this is where we host our podcast. And yes, guys, I do not pay anything for this. And it's actually owned by Spotify. If you look in the corner of the website, you'll see that it actually says by Spotify. And they actually will distribute your podcast. There's some analytics, some different things that people can look at. You can look at your analytics, go back and look at monies. I'm not going to show monies. I'm not making any money on my podcast, but anyway, it'll show you all that, and it'll show you how many plays and all the different audio podcasts that you've created. It's very easy to use. Matter of fact, I'll click on new episode and create an episode. I mean, this is literally it. And here you go, right here. You can just record, just click record, and it'll let you start recording your audio right away. Right over here is save episode. So if you want to record a little bit and then leave it and save it, you can do that and come back and record later. Right here is a library where all your previously uploaded audio will be. You can add songs to your podcast. You can actually add songs from Spotify to your episode, and I believe you have to have a Spotify paid account for this, and that may be how Spotify is making a little bit of money on the back end of this is you have to have I believe, a paid subscription to Spotify to utilize that. And you can actually receive voice messages from people that listen to your podcast. And then here's transitions for like free music and sound effects. Maybe you're looking for a bell or a chime or maybe a hammer or whatever you're looking for, some kind of crazy sound effect. You can find it here. But you can also upload different sound effects as well. You can upload music from they're royalty free websites. You can find all kind of different ways to really get crafty and make your podcast a great podcast. There's a like Pixabay is a great place to find royalty free music, but believe it or not, YouTube has royalty free music that you can get from YouTube Studio. And so you can actually download that music right to your computer, and you can actually upload that type of music right into your podcast and dub over it, utilize it between transitions, things like that. So again, this is a free platform that I utilize. This is how I do my audio podcast. It's a very easy, user-friendly podcast software. It's very basic, and it's just so easy to use. And I really, really enjoy it. Okay, so again, guys, that's Anchor by Spotify. And one of the great things about an audio podcast is you can listen to an audio podcast pretty much anywhere. I mean, I usually like listen to them whenever I'm exercising or working out or walking, and I have a whole catalog of different type of podcasts that I listen to. So, but this is a very easy and quick way to get started when you're on limited resources. Let's talk a little bit about a microphone. As a lot of people think, well, I can't start podcasting because I can't afford a microphone, or I can't afford this or that. I just can't do it. I don't have it. It's not in the budget. I can't afford a microphone. Listen, I've never owned a microphone. My son has a microphone that sometimes I can borrow if I want it, and I've never went and bought a microphone. I started with just a pair of headphones. I now have these headphones here, which are great, and I actually purchased these from Walmart. I believe these were a little bit costly. Actually, I may have gotten these as a gift over the Christmas holidays, but I think they were around maybe 150 or something like that. Now, for someone that is, a beginner and someone that's just starting out, just get you a pair of headphones that are comfortable for you to wear, comfortable for you to use and utilize, and at least be able to record sound and listen to sound with. They do not have to be one of the major top brands to be able to have a podcast. And surprisingly, you may have a pair sitting around your house. The great thing, I'm going to go back and revert back to Anchor again. So Anchor actually will let you utilize this on an application on your phone. So there's an Anchor app as well, and I forgot to mention that. So uh, you can actually download the app and record your podcast right from your phone as well. You don't have to use a desktop computer, okay, or a laptop. You can use your phone. And if you have an Apple phone, then you just plug in your headphones, or if you already have like the AirPods or whatever you have, maybe you have a Android phone, whatever you have that's available to you, you can just hook up a set of headphones. You do not. The great thing about the platform is you do not have to have a set of headphones. You can actually just click record and start recording. Okay. And there's ways to make it sound better. You can edit and modify. You can get inside of this software and actually trim. Um, you know, you can actually trim like starting points with this software. You can edit audio with this podcast, streaming platform. Um, it's really, really easy, very user friendly to utilize and use. And what's also great is on the backside here, it's got a deal here for to kind of advertise some of your, your unique different like social media platforms that you have, and links and backlinks and all that stuff to kind of market your podcast in case people want to click on it right here from Anchor. But like I said, guys, these are just some useful tips. That's all this video is about. Is just some useful tips for those that want to maybe start at a beginning stage with a podcast, and you don't have a whole lot of money to start. You can download Anchor on your phone. You can utilize it on your phone, desktop. Get you a pair of headphones, and we've covered this now. So um, you don't, like I said, you don't have to have a top of the line pair of headphones. You do not have to have a microphone. You can just record right from the app, and it'll sound great, and it'll sound, it may not be studio quality, but it'll sound as clear as you want it to sound. As long as you don't have any background noise going on, it'll be pretty clear. And I've actually really enjoyed using Anchor. I've been using it well over a year now, and I've really, really, really enjoyed it. So let's talk a little bit about poster art. So there's some great different platforms that you can utilize for poster art. And if you are a novice, which I was when I first started, I started using like different applications like Pixel Lab and PixArt and all these different applications that kind of uh, came my way. Those are a little more in depth. Take a little bit of time, sort of a learning curve. Some of those applications, and there's many out there. I'm just telling you what I would use. But the best one that I've found so far that I love to use for poster creation now, and for videos and a lot of different things. And the only reason why I love using this platform is because it's set up with templates, and basically anyone can utilize it. So I'm gonna share my screen again and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. And we're going to stop sharing that, and we're going to share our screen again. This time we're going to talk about Canva. So Canva is a great tool that will make any any novice look like Picasso, literally. Um, there are so many different templates on this platform for anyone, and it's so easy to use. And yes, I have a free account, so you can pretty much do a lot of different things. As you can see, I create a lot on here, so I'm actually showing you this is my personal back page. I do jobs for other people. Just they actually contact me to help them out, and I'll create different things for them. But um, as you guys can see, I in no way, shape, or form am a professional at this, but Canva makes me look really, really good, and it's amazing. So I can kind of type in here and kind of tell you guys exactly. So like it's already been typed in. I'll kind of show you guys. So here's a whole bunch of different YouTube thumbnails. Okay, and all you have to do is select one of these, and they're just so easy to use. Let's go ahead and select this one. Okay, we'll select this one. All right, so basically you can basically cursor over these and change them to anything you want them to say. You can edit the color, you can add in or change the font. You can make these look as awesome as you want them to be. I kind of like the basic look. I think less is more. So I actually would like this thumbnail to stay like this, and then you can actually, by ease of just clicking this guy right here, you can actually change that picture to something else. So I'm going to show you how you can do that. It's a very simple process where you can go up here and just edit image. And over here, I have my uploads, and I have different photos, and it will allow me to basically change. I've got some different folks on here, but here's a picture that we can use, and we'll take this and we'll actually just go ahead and get rid of him. So we'll just delete him. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to add me in there. Now here's the great thing about this is we're going to edit image. You can actually remove the background right away from Canva. You don't have to do anything. Like I said, this is going to make me look great. It's going to make me look like a pro. And really, Canva's doing all the work. It's just amazing. And if later on I wanted to utilize this for a podcast on how to sell online for anything, I have a great looking photo here. Let's just say the title was "How to Sell Anything Online Podcast," and there you go. And there's a a picture of me. I mean, you can move this around, you can edit and adjust. It's just by ease of just clicking buttons. You're not going to mess anything up. I mean, I can change this to red, outline of red if I want to. I could change that to green, red. Uh, and, you can do a whole lot with this. But anyway, guys, you get the gist. You just kind of have to not be afraid of it and just start messing around with it. And you know what? If you mess up, who cares? You can always go up here and hit this arrow right here and change it all back. And it'll just continue to revert it back to the original. Okay. And then you get out of it, you just click home. Or if you wanted to save it or download it, it's very simple and easy. I'm not going to download it, but it's very simple software to use. I really enjoy using Canva. As you can see, guys, there is a ton of different thumbnails, and every time I get on here, there's just something different. As you can see, I mean, and like I said, Canva is going to make you look as good as you want to look. So, and any of these are easy to adjust. I mean, you can click on any of these, and let's say you see a thumbnail that doesn't meet your color palette. Like I said, you can change it all. You can edit it. Maybe you see a certain aspect of the design that you can't stand at all, and you want to change that, but you like something else about the thumbnail. You can keep that and delete the other part and just continue to move on and create something great. But there's so many different thumbnails on here, and it's incredible. It's like I said, it's very easy to use, very user friendly. This is how you can do it. It's free. I can easily use this anytime I want to, and it's incredible. I don't pay for it. The only thing that they require is if you do find a thumbnail or something that you want to use and it has a pro on it or anything like that, then they are going to charge you. So you have to be careful of what you're actually clicking on or what you're wanting to utilize. Some of them do charge. For certain things that you want to do. It'll say pro on it or what have you. And if you don't have a pro account or a paid account, then you can't really utilize that. But Canva is a great tool. I know I just keep going on and on about it, but this is what I'm using. I'm just giving you tips on how to start this stuff for free. If you're in it, you're interested about it, definitely check into Canva. It's very user friendly. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about where to stream your podcast from. So let's say you want to do a video podcast, much like what I do, much like what a lot of people are doing, and you don't have the platforms chosen yet. And there's many different, okay? There's many different. The best platform that I've came across so far, and I've used StreamYard, and you can actually use StreamYard for free, okay? But there's another streaming platform pretty much the same as StreamYard, but it's called Restream, and that's what I'm on right now. And it allows you to do kind of like the music you hear while I'm talking. It allows you to play video as a background, much like you see behind me right now. There's all kind of different things you can do with this. And it's a very affordable streaming platform. If you choose to do the paid version, there are free versions, okay? StreamYard has a free version. Restream has a free version. You don't have to start right away with doing a paid version. I actually am my beginning podcast. When I first started out, I was using a free version. I couldn't afford a microphone, like I said. I couldn't afford the streaming software. I couldn't afford the software to edit a thumbnail. There was a lot of different things that I couldn't afford, but I was able to start, and you looked at the beginning stages of my podcast to where I'm at now. There are some changes, and there are some things that are out there that yes, I am having to pay for, and try to make things a little bit better. But uh, I'm not saying that they increase just because I'm paying for them, or paying for certain softwares and things like that. But what I'm saying is if you can afford it and you want to start a podcast, you can be great with a free product. Okay, like I said, you don't have to have a microphone. You don't have to pay for any of this software. You can use the free version and be just as effective. You want to start sharing people's stories, you can share people's stories. You want to advocate for a kidney, maybe you want to start your own podcast for your own kidney disease, kidney transplant search. Maybe you're looking for a donor and you want to start a podcast, or you want to start recording. You can do that with a free version, and it's just as awesome. Okay, just as awesome. You don't have to exactly have the paid versions of things to be great and get your voice out there. Okay, so I hope that you guys are finding this informative. Like I said, guys, I've showed you three things that you can do. Basically, if you're gonna start a podcast, maybe you're just gonna do an audio podcast, you can download Anchor. Like I said, it's free. You can download it on your phone. You can utilize the desktop version. There's lots of different things you can do with it, and it's free. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about free stuff, and then you can use Canva for free. And there's a whole lot of different creative software out there that you can use to edit photos and make poster art for social media, or YouTube thumbnails, or any of this stuff. There's a lot of different softwares out there, and free versions. Okay, I'm just telling you about Canva because I like Canva, and I think it's a great template. There's great templates on there to make even the worst creator make them look like a Picasso. Literally, I mean, you look like Canva just makes you look great because of the templates and the way that things are. Way they're laid out to use. I mean, it's like you can edit things really quickly. You can get in, get out. There's templates for everything. It's a great software. Okay, and then if you're looking for a streaming platform, okay, streaming platform. Like I said, StreamYard, there's a free version. Restream, there's a free version. You can find a lot of different. I believe OBS. I believe you can stream free with OBS if you can figure out the learning curve on it. OBS is really cool, but you got to figure it out. There is a learning curve with it. There's a learning curve, a little bit of a learning curve with StreamYard, with Restream, but nothing too over the top. And like I said, guys, you don't need a microphone. You don't need an expensive set of headphones. You can go buy yourself a really cheap. Big Lot sells headphones for like $5. I'm just telling you, where you can find cheap, affordable stuff. Don't let money, don't let finances stand in your way of a dream. Maybe you got a dream or aspiration to start a podcast. You don't know how. I'm telling you, this is how I started. Okay, I started utilizing a lot of free things that were available to me online, but a lot of people don't know that these things are free until you start doing the research, or ask someone, or maybe you come across a video like this. And I think it's a great tool for you to, if you want to start a podcast, to utilize some of these free resources to you to get yourself started. And then, maybe down the road, things look a little bit better. Then you can start looking into bettering yourself and getting you a better, headset or a microphone, if that's what you choose to do. Maybe a paid version of Restream and a paid version of Canva. And you can just really expand and even go and step up and upgrade and do even more than what you wanted to do. at the beginning. But when you're first starting off and you're looking for a resourceful way to do this for free, you can do it. And I just wanted to share this video with you guys. I think you should start one if you in your heart of hearts you want to start a podcast, you want to do some audio streaming, you want to tell your story by way of podcasting, you want to get someone else's story out there. Maybe there's a certain niche, if you will, or maybe a certain select group of people or select genre that you're trying to hit. Podcasting is a great way to get it out there, get content out there. Audio podcasting, video podcasting. This is essentially a video podcast. Okay. If you go back and just look at the podcast I did earlier tonight, we did an interview with two great individuals, Judy and Brianna, and we talked about IGAN. And but that's a video podcast, okay? And they're just really cool. And then later on, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that video podcast, I'm going to take the audio from that video podcast, and I'm going to turn that into an audio podcast, literally. So I'm just going to take the audio away from the video and turn it into an audio podcast. And it's very simple to do, and that's how I do my podcasting. For at least Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Okay, if you're just wondering and inquiring how I do my audio podcast and how I take the audio, I download it. And there's software out there that you can do this with. You can actually do this with StreamYard. There's a way that you can download the audio, and there's also a way that you can do it right here from Restream as well. It's very simple. This is nothing that you have to have like a huge technology background or a lot of knowledge on social media marketing or any of that stuff. This is all very user-friendly things that you can do, that I promise you, if you just try and put forth some effort, and once you get some knowledge and really start working with the software, you will do great. Another great aspect about the Anchor software is it actually will distribute your podcast to different platforms, different streaming platforms such as Spotify. There's a whole list of others but one of them I know for sure is Spotify. And so, like I said, Anchor owns Spotify, so that kind of makes sense that they're going to distribute that for you. But I hope you guys found this video informative. This has been a great way for me to be able to talk to you guys about how to start a kidney disease podcast for free. It's very easy. Like I said, guys, you just got to step out of your comfort zone and just get started. And don't wait. Just get started. That's what I did. And here I am. 2022. I started in late of 2020. So like August of 2020, September of 2020, and here I am. In 2022, and still doing it, still enjoying it, still loving it. And so. Listen, guys, again, I am Jonathan Traylor. I'm the host of Hope with Jonathan. I hope you guys will think about subscribing to our channel. We have a website, hopewithjonathan.com. Definitely would appreciate if you would come and join our family right here on YouTube. It would mean a lot to us. So definitely hit that subscribe button. It would just help us out so much, and we would definitely enjoy to have you in our family. Check out our website again, is hopewithjonathan.com. We have a free newsletter that we send out to folks. And as well, we would love for you to go over and sign up at donatelife.net and be a hero, save a life today. Over 100,000 people are looking for a life-saving organ, and over 90,000, at least over 90,000 are looking for a life-saving kidney. So definitely think about becoming a donor for sure. Reach out for support, kidneysolutions.org. I can't think of a better place for you to reach out and talk to someone about support if you're maybe newly diagnosed. Maybe you got some questions. You're looking for a support group. We have those. Maybe you're just recently been put on dialysis. Maybe you're on the transplant list in need of a donor, and you need a help learn how to get the word out about it. Contact me at Kidney Solutions, and we'll definitely get you in touch and get you in the right place of where you need to be. Find more great information at kidneyconversations.info. And all we are basically is we're just sharing kidney disease information that would be beneficial to you. In no way, shape, or form are we saying that this is a diagnosis at all. Uh, Remember, I want you guys to definitely stay engaged with your team, check with your team. In no way, shape, or form is this a diagnosis. No way, shape, or form are we telling you what to do. Always, if you have any medical questions, please feel free to check in with your team. Absolutely. We love it when you comment. So comment on this video. Let us know what you think. We would definitely appreciate any comments that you guys have. And again, guys, we really appreciate you for tuning in to Hope with Jonathan. It's always an honor to do these podcasts. Again, guys, for free, how to start a kidney disease advocacy podcast. Okay. Super easy, guys. You can start today. So easy to use, so easy to do, very easy to do. And again, guys, I had no history of podcasting. I did not know anything about it until I started doing a lot of research. And once I got into the research, I realized that it was a lot easier than what I thought. And once I got going and started building, my own style, and started developing my own style, and getting, more acquainted with being in front of the camera, and listening to my voice being recorded and things like that, I got more comfortable with it. And you start building your own style, and doing your own thing. It's about 25% of the podcast. And then later on, and I probably need to do a video on this, but there is a marketing side of this, and it's about 70%, probably about 30% of you doing the show and recording and talking with people. The rest of it, to get it out there, to want people to listen to it or watch it, is distribution. And you do that through social media. You can do it through an email marketing plan. There's a lot of different ways that you can push it out there. But that could be a video for another time where we talk about marketing. But listen, guys, I really appreciate it. Thanks again for tuning in to Hope with Jonathan. Y'all take care of yourself. Stay safe out there. And remember to take care of your kidneys. God bless. This is Jonathan.
Jonathan is created as an informational, educational, and entertainment show. Hope with Jonathan hosts, guests, partners provide information on the basis of research and personal experiences, and is not to be taken as or implied as diagnosis of any disease or treatment. Hope with Jonathan, its host, and guests and partners recommend and encourage you to speak to your medical team before implementing any treatment or diagnosis found on this show or any product, service associated to Hope with Jonathan.